in a pair of granny knickers because these are brilliant. All right, you're gonna love this. So this is it close up. This just sounds so gross, but this is all natural, like cottage cheese. This is literally everything from the NHS website. Please don't click off this video. This is all natural and this will all help you. But yeah, me and Mickey do make love. We'll cover that, okay? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited for this video because last time we done like a girly kind of chat is quite a while ago, and I think it was all basically period based. But today we're going to be covering more of the female body, just because I feel like it's International Women's Day this month. So what brilliant like time to like post this video and have a little girly chat about the whole female body, because do you know what, we don't talk about the female body enough. I feel like there's a lot of taboo topics around the female body, and for some reason it just feels like, you know, we can't talk about ourselves, like our body and that. And do you know what, why? It's natural, and us women rule, and do you know what, we're beautiful, we're powerful. So yeah, I've got a few topics to cover today. I did put a post on my Instagram asking you guys to just like ask me any kind of like questions that you want to ask me about like the female body. Maybe there's some questions in there that you're too like afraid or like embarrassed to go and ask like your mum or your dad or whoever like you live with or who you would normally go to for advice. So I'm going to try and answer as many of them as I can. Obviously I'm not a doctor, so there's some questions that I can't answer, but we're going to try and cover as many as we can today. So the first question that I actually did get was someone wanted to know like what type of period kind of products am I using at the moment. So like I said, I have done a period video on this before, but I'm going to do an up-to-date version on that soon, like a separate video on its own, just because I feel like there's so much stuff you can cover talking about periods and like different type of like products. I feel like it needs a video on its own. So I'm just going to share with you today the go-to period product that I've been using since I discovered these. And honestly, I've been using these probably for the last like 2 years, maybe going on to 3 years, and don't knock them until you try them. And it is period underwear. So yeah, they might not look the sexiest, they do look big, fat and chunky, but honestly once you put them on, they're not as thick and chunky as they look. They're super comfy, and girls, we all want to be comfy when we're on our periods. We just want an easy flowing, carefree period, okay, and also leak free. And honestly, since I've worn these, I've probably only leaked once or twice. So yeah, that's another thing, girls. All right, no matter how many period products you use, all right, you're always going to get leakages now and then. And if you're a girl that's never had a leak in your life, then I put my hands up to you. Share your secrets, share your tips down below. But yeah, honestly, everybody leaks now and then. But yeah, since I've been using these for the last like 2-3 years, I've leaked probably twice, and it was probably also because I wasn't just like, you know, using them correctly. So the brands that I really love are Walkerwear, they are brilliant, and then I also love Modi Body. So I would definitely say read the reviews, because other kind of brands that I have tested out in the past have said to like some of the reviews said to size up, and I didn't. I like kept to my size, because when you obviously wear period pants, you need to make sure that they are slightly tight, because obviously you don't want to leak out. If they're loose baggy underwear, then you're just going to be flowing everywhere, and we don't want that. So I'd say stick to your size. In the Walkerwear and Modi Body, I stuck to my size, which I think these are both size medium, which is like size 12, and they're not like tight like the ones I have tried in the past where you actually have had to like size up. They're nice and comfy, they're nice and stretchy, but they honestly give you that coverage you need. And also the pattern goes all the way up the back, so when you're asleep in bed and you're lying down, you get that coverage that you need like around your bum area. Honestly, like I said, don't knock these until you try them. And when you do get these out of the packet, you probably are going to be like, oh, they're like really big and thick, like a nappy. But honestly, once you get them on, they're so comfy. Honestly, I just can't push you guys enough to buy some of these. Definitely buy a pair and give them a go. But I've tried a few brands, like I've said, and honestly, The Modi Body, I think, are number one, and then I'd go for Waka Wear. But honestly, you need to invest in a few pairs, because depending on how heavy your flow is, you do need to change these, like, obviously during the day, and then you need to wash them and wait for them to dry. So obviously that's why you need a few pairs. And they do different thicknesses, so if you are like quite heavy, then you go for the heavy flow one. Honestly, I really love them. I'll link these down below. So that is like my go-to period wear. Also, if you do want to, like, you know, you want to just carry on using your normal like tampons and sanitary towels, definitely invest in a pair of granny knickers, because these are brilliant. All right, because it doesn't matter what you look like when you're on your period, you just want to be comfy. It's not like you're walking around like flouncing off your underwear, are you? Because, you know, you're on your period. These are super comfy. I know they're not the most sexiest thing, but honestly, they're so super comfy. I always get mine from Tesco's, and also you can secure your sanitary towel in these better. Honestly, I know, literally look at them. They're like bigger than my head, but they're so comfy. So I had a question. One of you lovely girls said, is it wrong to pleasure yourself as a female? Okay, so no way. All right, why should men get to do that and us women don't? Because like I said, this is a very taboo topic, especially around, like, you know, for us women. But do you know what? Why is it always known that men can, like, you know, pleasure themselves, and women, like, oh no, women can't do that. Oh, that's disgusting. No, we can, okay? Why can't we have a little time to ourselves where we just, you know, enjoy our bodies? So I've actually partnered with Vush today. So Vush is a website that sells female pleasure sex toys, and honestly, they are absolutely stunning. They are beautiful. Like, look at that. Vush is all about self-love, which I really love, because do you know what, I feel like us women should love our bodies more, and you know what better way than self-pleasure. So on the back of this packaging, it actually says, we're big believers that self-pleasure is the key to self-love, which is why Vush products are designed to make you feel good inside and out, and to empower you to embrace the brilliance of your body just the way it is, which I think is brilliant. I really love the message that Vush give. I feel like that they're all about us women empowering ourselves, and just, you know, just shouting out on how brilliant, how beautiful we are. This is the Vush Rose 2 Precision Bullet Vibrator, and how beautiful is that? I'm going to open up and like give you a little close-up on this, because, well, this is beautiful. And honestly, I've obviously given this a little try, and oh my goodness, girlies, you're gonna love this. So this is it close up. So the Rose is a precision point bullet vibrator. This is perfect if you want to, you know, you've never tried a sex toy before and you want to give it a go. So this is good for first time pleasurers, if we want to call it that. Or it would be perfect to add to your little collections. I don't know if you can see that, but it basically will bend and flex to the contour of your body, so it will give you that ultimate pleasure. It also has 25 variations of patterns and vibrations, so there's a little bit of everything on here for everyone. This is also perfect if you want to use this solo, or you can use it with your partner. One thing I do really love about it as well, guys, is that it comes with a magnetic charger. So you plug obviously the USB into one of your like USB plugs, and then look, pop, so easy. So this is perfect if you want to take this, like, you know, on holiday with you. It also is 100% waterproof, so you know, you can explore with this in the bath, the shower, and then I really love this. It's a little silk pouch, and you can just keep everything in there nice and tidy and secure and discreet. And you know, if you want to take this on holiday, like I said, you can just pop it in your suitcase. It also is medical grade silicone, so you know, it's going to be nice and safe. Honestly, if you have never tried a sex toy before and you want to give it a little go, I would definitely say check out Vush. I also have a discount code for you guys that Vush kindly gave me, so I'll link that in the description box down below with everything else that you'll need, and I'll also put it here on the screen because we all love a bit of a discount. Yeah, definitely go and check out Vush. I love this little toy. This is probably got to be one of the best toys I've got, because I do have a few. Yeah, I'm I'm letting it all out on here. I'm sharing everything with you girls. Like I said, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Self-pleasuring is normal, it's natural, and you know what, enjoy it girls. So the next question I got is about discharge. What is discharge and is it normal? So first off, discharge is normal. I get it guys. I normally get it when I just finish my period. So when I do get like a bit of discharge, then I like to use panty liners, just because obviously it just keeps everything obviously inside the panty liner, and it just keeps everything obviously nice and clean and hygienic. So I always carry around a few of these in my handbag. I've got the NHS website in front of me, so I thought I'd read it off there and just explain like obviously what vaginal discharge is. So vaginal discharge is normal. Most women and girls get it. So if you aren't like a woman yet and you're still obviously a girl, then don't worry if you are getting it. It's a fluid or like a mucus that keeps the vagina clean and moist, and it protects from infection. So as you can tell, there's nothing wrong about it, and yeah, it basically keeps you nice and clean and just stops from infections. There is obviously times when you should check like your discharge, because depending on the different colours of it, it can mean like different things. So it says on here, vaginal discharge is not usually anything to worry about if it does not have a strong or unpleasant smell, is clear or white, is thick and sticky, is slippery and wet. And you can get vaginal discharge at any age, so there you go. So there is obviously different kind of signs when you should be a little bit worried about it and you should go to your doctor, and that's if it smells fishy. Okay, it actually says that on the NHS website. If it's fishy, thick and white, this just sounds so gross, but this is all natural, like cottage cheese. This is literally everything from the NHS website. Yellow, green or frothy. Please don't click off this video. This is all natural and this will all help you. And if you're getting any kind of pelvic pain or bleeding or like blisters or sores. So if it smells fishy, then it can be like bacteria vaginosis. I can't say that. If it's thick and white, like cottage cheese, then that's probably thrush. I do get that now and then when I do finish my period. I don't normally get like cottage cheese, but sometimes it is sometimes quite itchy, so that's thrush. But yeah, like I said, I am not a doctor, so I would definitely say have a little nose on the NHS website. I'll link that down below for you guys. And then yeah, definitely go to your doctors as well. But if you have any of like, you know, the normal kind of signs like I mentioned, so you know, slippery and wet, thick and sticky, clear or white, and doesn't have like an unpleasant smell, then that's just all normal, that's natural, that's just part of being a woman, you know, the woman body just doing its thing. So I think we've covered that. I'm not going to go into too much depth, like I said, I'm not a doctor, so yeah. So the next type of questions I've been getting, because it's like a mixture of these, but basically they're all based around the same topic, and that's sex. So one of the questions is it awkward the first time? So for me guys, I was about 21 I think, or 22, I can't remember. I was in my early 20s when I first had sex. Okay, for me personally, obviously because everyone is different, I waited until I was comfortable and I was ready, and I actually explained to the guy I was dating, he was my first boyfriend as well. I said to him, like, literally, never had sex before, and do you know what, I just want to kind of like, you know, wait and do it when I'm ready. So I was actually living with him for like a few months before we ended up like obviously having sex. We were cuddling, we were smooching, and I just told him, I was like, I think I'm ready. And yeah, that was my first experience. And with different people, obviously everybody's body is different and experience is different. You just got to make sure you do it when you are ready. Don't let them push you into doing it, because you know, it's special. To me, I feel like when you make love, it is special and it's very intimate, because obviously this is the bits that you don't obviously share with strangers. So you definitely got to make sure you're ready. And honestly, everyone always says like you want to have sex for the first time with the person that you're going to be with for the rest of your life, and I thought that when I was with that guy. And honestly, well, as you can see now, I'm not with him anymore. I'm with Mickey. And in between, obviously, when me and my first boyfriend split up, I did have a few other like sexual partners, but they were all people that I was dating. For me, I have never had a one-night stand. If that's like your cup of tea, then, you know, go for it. Just make sure you have safe sex, guys. But for me, I wanted to only share that kind of experience with someone that was actually with. So yeah, now I'm with Mickey and that. And that's one of the other questions. Somebody said, like, do Mickey have sex? And I think it's because like the age difference or something, and they also obviously view Mickey as being like an old man. But do you know what? You can be like 80 and you'll probably be like, you know, you could still be sexually like active. I think for women, when you like hit the menopause and that, sometimes I think it kind of slowly kind of like fades out. You're not that interested. But yeah, me and Mickey do make love. We covered that, okay? So my top tips are to make sure you're ready. Don't let the other person push you into doing it if you're not ready. You know, make sure you're comfortable. Definitely talk to someone that you feel like you can trust, you feel comfortable with talking and sharing this kind of like information with. You know, this is quite like obviously personal and special, and you know, you gotta make sure you are ready and you're comfortable. Like I said, for me as well, like when I obviously first made love, we'll say make love because I just think that sounds so much better than just sex. So for me, when I first made love, it didn't hurt for me, because one of the questions is, does it hurt? So I think, like I said, everybody's bodies is different. So I think other people experiences that I've heard of have said like it has hurt slightly. So if that does happen for you, just tell them to stop and just take your time and maybe, you know, try it another day. Also, a lot of people do experience like bleeding. I'm not going to mention this person's name because obviously I haven't had their permission to mention their name, but they have told me that when they first had sex, they had like quite a heavy flow of blood. So obviously I'm not a doctor, so I do know that some people do bleed, and obviously from that experience that person did bleed quite a lot. But if you are slightly worried, then obviously definitely go to your doctors or ring your doctors. The next question is, how do you kiss? So I'm gonna admit again, when I first had my kiss, I think I was 19 when I had my first, like, you know, snog. I've like kissed boys like on the lips and stuff, on the cheeks, but I didn't have like my full on proper snog until I was 19. Like for me, like I said about like, you know, making love and that, I just wanted to do it with like somebody that I knew, like, you know, I kind of wanted to be with. It felt like right and comfortable. And I guess also I was kind of like, you know, I was like the same as this question, like how do you kiss and stuff, and I wanted to make sure like I'd done it right. I actually spoke to my cousin Emily and I was like, literally, I think this guy who I was kind of seeing wants to kiss me, but like how do you do it? And my cousin Emily was just like, just go for it and it will happen naturally. So yeah, we just like put lips together and it just happened, and literally all night we were just snogging. I was like, oh my goodness, this is, I loved it. I was like, well, this is a new experience for me. So yeah, my advice is just go for it, just let it flow naturally. And also you'll know when to pop the tongue in. If you like tongues, you'll know when it's right to do that and when it's not. So yeah, let's move on to the next question. We also have the question, how to have safe sex. So I think this is a really good and very important question. So for me personally, again, when I first had sex, he was obviously a partner that I was in a relationship with, and I'd been in a relationship with him for a good few months before we obviously then made love. So I didn't actually have any contraception, just because he couldn't have kids, so I knew I wasn't going to get pregnant. So that's one thing why you obviously would want to use a contraception, to stop obviously you getting pregnant if you don't want to obviously have a little baby. But also it's good obviously for stop spreading like STIs. Obviously I'd been with him for like probably a good few months, and then obviously it was a few months before we even kind of like slept together. So like for me, I felt like I didn't need to use protection in that way, that I knew he obviously wasn't, you know, sexually active with anyone else, so I was happy and safe with that. Obviously if sexually active straight away, I would definitely say obviously use contraception, because if you don't want a little babies, then we want to cover that. But then also you want to make sure that he or she doesn't have any obviously sexual diseases, because obviously you don't know if he's been sexually active before. But yeah, you want to make sure that you obviously aren't going to catch anything, and if you don't use anything, then I'll definitely say go and take like a little test, just to make sure that you both are like safe. And then also maybe you can even ask the person that you obviously want to be sexually active with, just ask them nicely, do you mind taking like a chlamydia kit, or you know, whatever, just to make sure like they don't have any obviously sexual like diseases or anything, and that way you both can be covered. So that's like my kind of like little advice. Obviously my relationships and everyone's relationships are all different. I would just make sure that you just make sure you are doing safe sex. Like I said, I'll link everything down below from like the NHS website. Talk to your doctor, talk to someone that you trust again. Top tip is that if you are, you know, in a relationship, or you are basically sexually active, make sure that you are, you know, doing it all the safe way. Make sure you're using contraception, and definitely make sure you use like the free kits that the NHS offer, because people are always like thinking of, you know, gotta wear a condom, gotta use that to make sure like obviously I don't get pregnant, but we also need to make sure that we don't catch anything as well. So guys, that's the end of the video for today. So I know this is very different from like my normal kind of girly chats, but do you know what, I think we need to sit down and just talk more about the female body and things about sex, you know, self-pleasure, vaginal discharge and all that sort of thing. It's only normal, guys. Don't feel like embarrassed and stuff to be able to talk about it. So I'm definitely going to do another video which is like an up-to-date kind of like period chat video, maybe talk more about like female kind of like hygiene and that. Or if you'd like a proper like kind of sex chat video, then let me know, because I'll be happy to do that for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to go and check out Vush, because, well, I love the message behind Vush. Also, I love like the packaging, I love obviously the brand, and also obviously I love the toys. So yeah, I'll link everything down below for you guys, as well as the discount code. I hope you did enjoy this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.